Now we're going to start working with the facade design pattern. And the facade design pattern, as you're going to see, is somewhat similar to the adapter design pattern. And here's the way the facade works. You may have an object, for example, that has a difficult interface. As you see here, and for example, it might take you 15 calls to 15 different methods to get the one piece of information you want out of this object. And so this object has a difficult interface, hard to work with. And you might have some code that only wants to work with a simple interface. And this code only wants to make one call, for example, to get the one piece of information it wants, not the 15 different calls to different methods that are needed for the difficult interface to handle. And so you have this problem that you have an object with a difficult interface, and this code that you have only wants to work with a simple interface. For example, you might need, as I was saying, 15 different calls to methods in the difficult interface or to get the one piece of information you want, and the code you're writing only wants to deal with a simple interface and might only want to do one call to get the piece of information you want. So that's where the facade comes in. The facade works much like the adapter pattern. The facade takes the difficult interfaces methods and reworks them so that it presents to the code that needs a simple interface the simple interface that the code wants. So the facade stands between the object with a difficult interface and the code that needs the simple interface, and it adapts in that sense. Code that has this difficult interface to the simple interface. The facade is different from the adapter pattern in that it's not trying to fit together two pieces of pre-built code, but rather it's trying to present a facade for one piece of pre-built code that has a difficult interface and adapting that so that it has a easy interface, a simple interface. So it's not working with two pieces of pre-built code as is the adapter pattern. Instead, this is just trying to change the way a difficult interface works by presenting a simple interface using a facade. And so now we're going to take a look at working with a facade design pattern next in some code, and that example is coming up.